Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to install and set up Anaconda on Windows and how to set up your first Jupyter notebook. I'll begin by going to Google and I'll search Anaconda. Then I'll click on the first link, free download. We can download for Windows, Mac OS or Linux. So I'll click on download for Windows and then it should download the latest version of the package. I will just save it to the downloads folder. As you can see, the package is downloading. Thank you for downloading. So the package has finished downloading. I'm just going to go to the downloads folder and I will launch the downloaded package. Downloads folder. Here is the Anaconda distribution. I will just double click on it to launch it. Give it a while for the package to launch. Welcome to Anaconda 2023. Setup will guide you through the installation for Anaconda. It is recommended that you close all other applications before starting setup. Click Next. Agree to the license terms and conditions. I will install this application just for me, but if you have other users of your system, you can install for all users of the system. In this case, leave it to install the application just for me and then click Next. Setup will install Anaconda in the following folder. To install in a different folder, click Browse and select another folder. I will leave it to the default folder, to the C drive, and then click Next. Select Add Anaconda 3 to my path environment variable so that I don't have to go and configure it after. Register Anaconda as my default Python editor. So this is recommended. It allows other programs such as VS Code, PyCharm, etc. to automatically detect Anaconda as the primary Python 3 on the system. The last option is to clear the package cache upon completion, and this is recommended. It recovers some disk space without harming your functionality. You could select to register Anaconda as the default Python launcher. Clear package cache upon completion, so I'll click that, and this is recommended because it will recover some disk space without harming functionality. So on advanced installation options, select create start menu shortcut. After you're done, it makes it easy to launch the application. Add the Anaconda 3 to path variables. Select clear the package upon cache and click install. Packages are being extracted, so your package cache will be set up. All of the packages will be extracted and installed accordingly. The installation is almost done. Anaconda setup was completed successfully, so I'll just click Next. Everything you love about Anaconda now available from the cloud with Anaconda's fully loaded Jupyter notebook. No setup required. Get started for free. I'm just going to click Next. Next. Thank you for installing Anaconda distribution. Here are some useful resources to get started. We recommend you bookmark the Getting Started with Anaconda distribution link so you can refer back to it later. Launch the Anaconda Navigator, Getting Started with Anaconda. So I'll leave that selected and click Finish. Anaconda is launching. Adding featured channels. Loading applications. There is a new version of Anaconda Navigator available. We strongly recommend you update. If you click yes, Anaconda Navigator will close and then the Anaconda Navigator updater will start. Do you want to update to Anaconda Navigator 2.5? So click yes and then update to Anaconda Navigator 2.5. It is requiring a sign-in. Not signing in. Anaconda Navigator is still busy. Do you want to quit? Click now. Here's the home page for the application. You can see different packages already. So this is the Anaconda Navigator homepage. Here are all of the applications that have been installed. Some of them are yet to be installed, but if you want to install, just click on install and these applications will be installed for you to use. So I'm going to launch Jupyter NoteBook. Jupyter NoteBook is a web-based interactive computing notebook environment. It allows you to edit and run human-readable documents while describing the data analysis. So Jupyter NoteBook is used for data analysis. I'm just going to launch Jupyter NoteBook. I'll click on launch. Launching notebook. Launch Jupyter NoteBook using Google Chrome and click OK. Here is Jupyter NoteBook. Select desktop. Here on Jupyter NoteBook you have files, you have the applications running, none of it is running, and then you have clusters. We're going to create the first notebook from the desktop. New Python 3 package. Within Jupyter NoteBook you have these cells. The text cells are used to write narrative text and include images, links, and quotations. The code cells, what you see green is the code cell. Code cells are used to write and execute Python code directly within the code cell itself. Here is our first notebook. You can rename it by going to File, Rename, and then First Jupyter Notebook. The rename to test if this is working. Type lowercase print. Hello Jupyter, run. So as you can see, it is returning hello Jupyter, so our notebook is working. If you want to create another notebook, you can just go to File, New Notebook, and then you create another notebook. Let me just show you another example. X is 4 and then Y is 5. Print X plus Y and then run that. That should give you 9. Jupyter Notebook is working. This is how you can install and set up Anaconda on Windows and run your first Jupyter Notebook. When you're done using Jupyter Notebook, you should click Logout. This is a web-based notebook and it is connecting to your computer localhost. So if you're done using it, you should just click Logout. And then the next time you want to use Jupyter Notebook, just launch again your Anaconda distribution, launch Jupyter Notebook, and you should have the full interface here available to write code. Jupyter Notebook is mostly used by data scientists and data analysts. This is easy to write and render code this way. If you're a programmer, use an interactive IDE like Visual Studio Code and other coding editors like PyCharm. If you are doing data science stuff, it is good to use Jupyter Notebooks. It is lightweight and it is available on the internet. Here's what the interface for Jupyter Notebook looks like. Here you have the file. You could create a new file and all of that. Edit cell, view. You can insert a cell above or below. With cells, you use cells to write and run your code. And you also use cells to comment. Here is the kernel. This is like PowerShell or like command prompt. Here you have your widgets. This is basically how you can install Anaconda and use Jupyter notebooks that come with it. If you're a data scientist, you should use this route. That's it about this tutorial.